Hello everyone, welcome back to Magic the Gathering Arena. We're going to be playing this, so as you guys know, if you watch my videos, I maintain a fairly long backlog so that I can keep putting out videos even if I don't feel like playing for a while or I quit for many months as I did previously. And I don't have many months of backlog, but it's pretty long. Anyway, this one though is actually going out sort of live, interrupting the backlog because it's sort of topical. Not topical. What does it have to do with being related to the date? Whatever. I don't know the word. But for April Fools, in addition to the unpleasant googly eyes, Arena is offering a very cheap sealed event where you get cards, I guess, from every set on Arena. And you build a deck out of them, and I don't have a lot of experience with sealed, and I also don't know all of these sets, so this should be quite wacky. We'll see what we can do. Okay, whatever. So, what do we have? I can search for R rare. So first of all, here are my 6 rares. What colors do they share? Well, we have 2 reds and we have 2 whites and we have 2 blacks. So who knows, maybe do something out of those. Oh, this one is a dual-sided card. Okay. It's a 3-mana 2/3 that gives all your creatures indestructible when you exile it. Okay, sure. Or 8 mana to blow up everything except the one thing that you want. Interesting. Oh my gosh, it has Ascend. Okay. So you can make an opponent sacrifice a bunch of creatures for 3 mana, but only if you've gained the city's blessing. Okay. Witherbloom Command. Oh, this must have been in Strixhaven, right? I don't think Witherbloom was ever used in any other sets. I just never ran into the Witherbloom Command. Choose 2. Mills 3 cards and return land. Okay. Kind of seems weak. Destroy target non-creature, so destroy a small thing. And maybe destroy another small thing. Okay, so this is decent small removal. But nothing incredible, I think. 3 mana 3/3 with first strike on my turn, and you can play lands from the top of your library. Okay. And then it can get bigger. Okay, I mean that certainly is a threat. Solar Blaze. Oh, I've seen an effect like this before. I don't think ever in Magic, but not while playing, but I've seen it in when people are asking rules questions or something. Okay. Sure. And then what's this last one? It's a 4 mana 2/10 vehicle with crew 4. And when you attack with it, it turns into a land whose job is to draw stuff for you. Or to just in general gain value. So this is a very dirtly card, right? You play it for 4 mana and then it's, potentially if you have one big creature, something with crew 4, this can block just about anything that can't fly. So that's a way to gain life. If you somehow manage to have 4 mana against an aggro deck while already having something with 4 power and still losing, this could help. But at some point, you're going to want to turn it into the value machine. The land is obviously, in most circumstances, going to be a better card because it's a renewable source of draw. But you need a lot of mana to want to do that. So it's a very slow card. Which, you know, might fit with some removal, maybe? You know, here's another 4 mana, like, blow up everything an aggro deck does, kind of, is what this is about. Kind of weird that they printed it in red-white, because red-white is the aggro colors. So most of... I mean, our rares, which are not necessarily what we want to build the deck around, but I don't know yet. Like, I'm not even looking at anything else to figure out what direction these are kind of pushing me in. We have one rare that's like a pretty decent threat, and also some value. And then we have like a kind of tolerable creature, and like 2 removal spells and a board clear. And this could kind of be a board clear instead, kind of. And then we've got this like Dirtly Defender. So that's like, okay. We got like 1 threat that tries to end the game quickly, and like 5 cards that try to slow the game down. For what that's worth. This card, like, you could use it aggressively, but it's probably not going to be very good at it. And the back face is certainly about you know, a very long game. So, all right, let's start, I guess, by just okay, we know this is a... I'm going to just like click every card that I think is probably playable. This I think is playable. This is like a better version of Gavony Trapper from Midnight Hunt, and that was pretty good. Right, because that one was the same text, but a 0-2. As I recall. It might have cost like 1 and a white to tap, but no, I think it was any 2. Healing Grace. I mean, it's kind of a combat trick. It's probably not horrible, but I bet it's not very good. Light of Hope. Okay. I mean, it doesn't seem very good. Destroying an enchantment is not usually that amazing. Is this best of 1 or best of 3, by the way? I know, but I just wanted to look at the format rules. Okay, whatever. I guess I can't. Okay, what if I say discard changes to the deck? Mixed up sealed. I can't tell. Three match losses. So I think these are best of 3, but I don't know how to tell for sure. Maybe, I don't know. So we were saying Fanbearer seems good. Light of Hope is probably not that great, but could be a sideboard card. What about this Avenger? 2 mana 3/1. Yeah, that seems like pretty good. A 2 mana 3/1 that can be a nuisance when it attacks. 3 mana 2/2 that's immune to combat damage? Sure, that could be playable. 3 mana... this does not seem very good. A 3 mana 2/3 that, if it's attacked, you can tap something. Why would you even want to do that? Generally speaking, if you've already attacked, you don't care if their thing is tapped. Right? Oh, no, that's true. You can activate this while attacking. Declare attackers, and then before blockers, tap something. Fine. Maybe that's playable. Keensight Mentor. Actually, can I, like... No, whatever. When it enters the battlefield, put a vigilance counter. So it's a 3-mana 1/1, which is obviously pretty bad, but it puts vigilance counters on things, and then later it can put counters on things. So if you had a vigilance deck, this would be great. This is obviously playable. This has vigilance. Are these from the same set or something? Core 20? No. Okay, well, that's another vigilance creature. I'll take it. When a creature enters the battlefield under your control, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. 4 mana, potentially a 3/4 flyer. Yes, I'm sure that's playable. Kabira Outrider was played a little bit in Zendikar Rising. But we're probably going to have a lot of creatures that are not part of any party. I don't think we're going to build a party deck. You know, there's all this shit like advisors and griffins and soldiers, so this is probably not any good. 4 mana 3/4 to recur an enchantment from your graveyard and then gain life. I mean, 4 mana 3/4 is not embarrassingly bad, and it has an effect. I don't think I'm going to want to run Supernatural Rescue. Dawnfeather Eagle, 5 mana 3/3 flyer. Hang on, what's the text on this? So this fits together with the vigilance thing, right? You play this, all your stuff gets vigilant and gets bigger, and if you happen to have enough mana to I keep losing it. Here it is. To use this as well, we could put counters on everything with vigilance as well. So this is obviously playable. Skyblessed Samurai, I mean, it works in Kamigawa because there are so many enchantments. Here, I think it's just a very expensive creature that we're unlikely to play. And that's all the white. Okay. Network Disruptor is certainly playable in some decks. Silver Raven, I think, is lovely. Callous Dismissal. 2 mana, bounce, and a mass 1. Probably playable in some decks. Anything with cycling is usually playable. Or cycling 1, anyway. This is cycling blue, but I'm sure it's still good. It's just a way to like have a slightly smaller deck, basically. And there's some cards that care about cycling. And if we want to like mill them or mill me, maybe that'll be useful somehow. Glimpse the Cosmos. Is this horrible? 2 mana. Look at 3 cards. Put 1 in hand. Put the rest on the bottom. If you control a giant, you may cast Glimpse the Cosmos. Again? I mean, can I tell? Type giant? 0. But what if I asked like type, I don't know, type advisor? Yeah, so it is filtering this. So I own 0 giants. So this is not any good. It's 2 mana, like scry 3, draw 1, which is not like embarrassing, but I don't think I want it. Lofty Denial is good if you have flyers. It's a decent tempo card. Omen of the Sea is a good draw card. Run Away Together, I don't much like. Towering Wave Mystic. Another mill card. I mean, do we have much about mill here? No. We don't have any crazy mill activators. You know, you could mill yourself. To like recur stuff from your graveyard, but I don't think that that's likely to come together in limited. Siphon Essence is fine. Thieving Otter, I think, is, you know, if you have some way to make it unblockable, it can be playable. Malfunction. 4 mana, artifact, enchantment. Okay, it keeps something tapped permanently. It's Tamiyo's, but without flash, and that doesn't work on vehicles. Well, okay, artifacts are vehicles, I guess. But Tamiyo's stops things from crewing vehicles as well, and this doesn't. So it's definitely worse than Tamiyo's Completion. But sure, it's removal. It could be playable. Pirate's Prize. 4 mana, draw 2 cards, create treasure. That's probably fine. Divest. I don't really want it. These kinds of cards are usually not very good in limited. The kind of duress type cards. Moment of Craving. It's removal. It's probably fine. Restless Bloodseeker is good if you have a way to gain life. I don't yet know whether we do. I mean, we have a couple. I found some. We could search for more. Gain. If we search for gain, you know, I can gain life from Healing Grace, Light of Hope. Oh, and it's not. If I search, how many of them did I keep down here? Oh, not type gain. Order gain. There you go. So, not much, right? Gains indestructible. This gains life. This gains vigilance. So, we don't have much. Really. That gains life. There's a little. We have some tap lands. Or I guess you call them gain lands. This gains life. Like, there's some. But, you know, probably this is not going to end up being that great. But blood tokens are pretty nice. And this is a win condition, eventually. Drawing is fine. Did I miss one? I did. Vicious Offering. 2 mana removal or 2 mana destroy creature, bigger removal. I'm sure that's playable. Wither Crown. Okay, so this is a lot like Clawing Torment, right? But worse. Well, I don't know. It's different. I don't think I mean, I don't know. It's removal for, like, big creatures. But, like, not really? It doesn't work on creatures that have important abilities. Creatures that are big blockers, like, if you have an aggro deck and the opponent has, like, a 6/6, this doesn't really remove it. Because they're like, fine, I'm happy to pay 1 life per turn to keep a 6/6 around. Or a 0/6. Because it's stopping your creatures from doing damage, right? Doing, like, 3 or whatever. So, yes, if they only have 1 big creature, this could let you attack with all 3 of your creatures, bouncing 1 and getting the other 2 in for damage. But I think most of the time it won't really work in an aggressive scenario, and I don't think it's very good in a control-y scenario either. Because like, the opponent's just going to be like, okay, fine, one of my little creatures is gone. So, I don't think we're playing that. How about Grotesque Demise? Exile a small creature. Sure, that's generally playable. 3 mana, 3/3 that can't block unless you control another zombie. It's an aggressive card. How many zombies do we have? Not a lot, I imagine, right? 1 there. 1 here. And do we have anything that makes zombies? We have that Amass card. So no, this guy is just a 2 mana 3/3 that can't block, which I don't think is that great. It would, you know, fit in a pretty aggressive deck, which I guess in principle we might have. But it's not that great anyway in that deck. Vona's Hunger. 3 mana. Yeah, sure. I mean, if we can get the City's Blessing, this is pretty good. Although we actually can't get the City's Blessing, I think. Because you have to have a card with City's Blessing in play in order for it to apply. You don't just get it Well, no. Because I guess once you play this... Yeah, sure. When you play this, it'll be on the stack, and then Ascend will check, do you have 10 or more permanents? So, I mean, this is, like, probably not that great. But I think it's probably worth considering, at least. You know, if this can 2-for-1 in, like, the late game, sure, it's fine. But, like, probably it won't that often. Because, like, eventually you have, like, you know, 5 or 6 lands and a few creatures, and, like, that's getting close to 10. If you get to, like, 8 or 9 lands, sure, you're going to have Ascend. But at that point, the opponent usually, like, when the game gets that late, it's because the board is static. Right? Nobody can really attack each other. And in such a situation, generally, some of the creatures opponent owns aren't really contributing. They played them for enter the battlefield effects, or they were useful earlier, but, like, their 3/3 doesn't matter anymore now that you have a 4/4, and they find something that they're willing to sacrifice. So, you know, it seems tempting to be like, wow, you know, in the super late game, I could play this when opponent has, like, a board of 10 creatures, and they sacrifice 5 creatures. Incredible! But, like, those 5 creatures probably weren't doing anything, so I don't think it's actually all that great for Ascend. It might still be playable as, like, you know, removal against a green deck or something. You play it on turn 3, they lose their 5-drop or whatever because they ramped like crazy. I don't know. It could happen, but probably not. Shadow Fugue. Target player discards 2 cards and loses 2 life. I don't even like this at 3 mana. Forget about 4. I'm not taking it. Skeleton Archer is nice. It's just like a 4 mana 3/3 that can do very useful damage. Final Reward. 5 mana, exile anything. Sure, that's probably good. 5 mana, 9/3? I don't think that's very good. It's way too easy to trade with. The blue-black land, obviously playable. Is this from Throne of Eldraine or something? I remember that had a cycle of 2-color knights that cost 4 dual mana. Let's look that one up. What set is that from? I don't know the set indicators, and I can't see that one very well. Elite Headhunter. Yeah, Throne of Eldraine. Very good. I think these were generally good cards, right? Although, like, this kind of wants you to be running a token deck, right? Which we don't have. It's not horrible if you don't have tokens. Like, you know, sack a creature that's no longer relevant to do 2 damage to something. That can be threatening. But, like, a 4 mana 2/3 menace with this other ability, it doesn't seem all that great. Oh, this is all my green cards? Oh, no, I see. I filtered to black. But now I'm done with... Okay, I don't know. I just did that so I could skip the right thing. Okay, so now we're in red. We have a single snow-covered mountain. That's funny. Or can you run as many of those as you want? I forget. Snow. No, I can only run 1. Okay, it's basic, but it's not one of the basics you can run as many of as you want, I guess. Right? If I wanted to include this in my deck... Oh, I can. Okay. Ah, what did I just remove? Oh, the blue-black land. That's fine. So yes, I can... No, I can't. I have 1 and I can run fewer, but I can't run more. Okay. Doesn't matter. I probably don't need to. So not lands, please. Back to the red cards. 1 mana, 1 damage to 2 things. That's probably pretty good. Raise the Effigy? It's probably, like, playable, I guess. Shock is great. Pyrohelix. 2 damage. So it's kind of a better dual shot, right? Dual shot is 1 damage divided between exactly 2 creatures. I mean, okay, you can throw one of the damage away and just do 1 to 1 creature. But with Pyrohelix, if you only want to hit 1 creature, you can hit it for 2 if you want. So this is like, you know, a 2-mana shock that can be played as a 2-mana dual shot, actually. That's kind of funny. Sure, it's probably playable. 2-mana 1/3 with prowess. I mean, sure, that's probably playable if you had a prowess deck. Sure Strike is fine. Direct Current. What is Jumpstart? You can cast it from your graveyard by discarding a card in addition. So it's like flashback, discard a card, or, well, sure, whatever. 2 damage to any target, which you could do twice if you were willing to, like, discard a land for it. It's probably playable in an aggro deck. 3 mana to draw 2 and discard. So it cycles a card you didn't want and amasses 1 for 3 mana. I don't think that's likely to be very good. Improvised Weaponry. So this is more like direct damage in red. 2 damage to anything and make a treasure. Sure. It could be better than 2 mana to deal 2 damage sometimes. Ferocious Tigorilla. I've seen this art before. What set was this from? Is it Tigorilla? Tigorilla. Ikoria, Lair of Behemoths. Yes, I did play that a little bit. Okay. 4 mana, 4/3. Comes with Trample or Menace. Probably playable. 4 mana, destroy a land. Creatures can't block. It's very aggressive. Probably not that good. Smashing Success. 4 mana, destroy. No thanks. Lava Axe. Wow, okay. Well, I mean, this could be playable in a very aggressive deck. I'll put it in. Earth Cult Elemental, I think, is pretty good. I mean, anyway, if you have die roll effects. I mean, it's just like it's a 6-mana card that can do something. But I guess a lot of the time it's going to be like, oh, I don't mind sacrificing a land or something. Prey Upon. Yeah, that's great. 1 mana fight. Corrosive Ooze? It's just a 2 mana 2/2 that doesn't do much. Which, you know, 2 mana 2/2 is not a horrible stat line or anything. Curious Pair. Make a food token and then make a 1/3. Oh, this is a way to gain life as well. It doesn't seem very good. Unless we wanted to run like Restless Bloodseeker and then maybe. Dawnhard Disciple, I mean, we don't have that many humans probably, right? Type human. Type human. Yeah, forget that. Deeproot Warrior is a 2 mana. Okay, so it's like a worse Jukai trainee, and I have the real Jukai trainee here. It's different types, right? You know, maybe you like Merfolk Warriors for some reason. But I don't think it's that good. The Caryatid is good for, you know, if you want a ramp. It's like a worse Llanowar Elves most of the time, but if you have big creatures, it's nice. Jukai Trainee, I think, is probably playable in, you know, some random format. Return to Nature, I don't think I want very much. Binding of the Titans. I mean, it gains a little life, and it, like... The idea is to dig through your deck for big creatures and, like, put them in your hand eventually, but this doesn't seem very good. Careful Cultivation, I think, is pretty playable. Story Weave, we're not going to have sagas, and I don't think it's that good for creatures. 1 mana of any color for 4 mana, or exert it to add 2 mana. Well, doesn't seem that great. But, I mean, it is a 4-mana 2/4, which is not embarrassing as stats go. And it has a sort of useful ramping effect. If we needed it to help splash, maybe we could run it or something. You meet in a tavern is like draw creatures, basically. But I don't know how good that is for 4 mana. It does draw several, I guess, and, you know, limited decks are going to have a lot of creatures. I guess I'll consider it. 5 mana 5/5 is probably playable in a green deck. An Armasaur. What is this? A 5 mana 4/4. When it's dealt damage, make a token. Could help with gaining the city's blessing, maybe? But I don't think I want it that much. 5 mana 5/4. With trample, draws a card when it dies. Better than this one, I'm pretty sure, by a lot. Tales of Master Cesaro is fine. Wolfkin Outcast, no way. Witherbloom Command is decent small removal. Death Sprout. Destroy a creature and then ramp, but it costs 4. Sure. Undercity Uprising. 4 mana, give all your stuff Death Touch and then fight something. Sure, that's fine. 2 red-green lands. Also this... Okay, so let's start looking at dual-colored cards now. Just going to add all the lands. I don't know. I probably should just not add them and figure it out later. So what are you? 4 mana, 3/3. I'm not going to have a lot of historic spells, right? Legendaries or sagas. It is a 4 mana 3/3 flyer, which is not horrible. With flash. Okay, fine. If we were in white-blue, I guess I would probably run that. Here's another white-blue. 2/5 Vigilant can't be blocked. That's probably playable. This is obviously good. What are you? It's a land. So it's a tapped plains, which you can sack to dig for auras or equipments. I'm running like 0 of those, right? I mean, I have at least 1 aura, Careful Cultivation, right? It's down here, though. And Malfunction, but... Yeah, so I don't think that's any good. Why is... Oh. I guess I don't understand how to use this filter. Alright, just scroll to the end like an idiot then. Or have I looked at all of... Did I somehow accidentally add the 4 mana knight to my deck? I did. Huh. Okay. Any colorless stuff to look at? These guys. 1 mana, equipment, +1/+2. Artifacts can equip it for free. I don't know, it doesn't seem that great. 2 mana, flyer has, or creature has flying. Probably don't want it. Papercraft Decoy is okay. Prismite is ramp. No, it's not ramp, it's color fixing. And then there's this. Okay. So if I remove all these lands and just look at the actual interesting things in the deck. What colors jump out at me as, like, you know, having the least stuff? They all have a fair number of things. I did not do a very good job of removing cards, right? We were offered 90, right? That's 6 packs of 15. And of those 90, I said 27 are just absolute junk. And now I need to not find, like, not 40 more to cut, but to find, like, a color grouping that works reasonably well. And then maybe cut some more things within that color grouping. I'm kind of surprised that I have as many as 15 greens. I thought I was looking at the greens, and I hated most of them. Oh, yeah, I somehow managed to add all the dual color things to my deck without looking at them. I don't know how I did that. Maybe when I hit enter here, it like said, okay, add them. Okay, hang on. So is there some way to, let's see. If I look at this, why have you added lands back to my deck? This means dual color, doesn't it? Or multicolor? And it does seem to have put all the multicolor stuff down at the bottom. So, okay, let's just go through the multicolor cards and see if any of them are bad enough to just, like, cut without thinking about it. Witherloom Command is fine. Needlethorn Drake is fine. Quandrix Apprentice, fine and / good, I think. 3 mana, 2/2. Look at 7 cards, reveal an aura, aura. Get out of here, you aura lover. Solar Blaze is fine. Death Sprout is fine. Uprising, we said, is okay. We don't want the Headhunter. This is like okay, maybe. This is okay. Alright, that's all the dual color stuff taken care of. Yeah, I somehow... Oh, no, that right. So this is now including also all the lands. Why can't I... Oh, I have to do this to make them go away? Okay. So we're down to 62. I mean, it'll be easiest to run red-green, obviously. And I have a lot of good removal in red, so I kind of like the idea of running red. How did my white turn out? I feel like it was... I mean, I don't know. It had a few, like, vigilance ideas. And maybe some flyers, but I'm thinking maybe, like, let's just take out white. Yeah, it hasn't really filtered them in any useful way here. Or does it? Why is it when I do this? What is happening? It's putting like phantom copies of all the white cards in my deck or something? And then also giving me back all the damn lands? I don't understand what pressing these filters does when you're looking at this stuff. So I guess I'll just stop doing it. I mean, this would fit in red-white aggro, I guess. It's for sure. This would be okay. This would be okay. This might be okay. I don't think you'd want this, really. This is probably not that amazing. This is probably not that great. Oh, how did I not manage to look at Odric's Outrider, by the way? It's lovely. I'm glad it accidentally made it into my deck somehow. So, like, this Dawnfeather Eagle, it combos with Keensight Mentor. But other than that, the two cards are, like, not amazing. This is a finisher, I guess. Sort of, for a red-white deck. Maybe? What do I have in blue? Never Disruptor, Silver Raven's okay. Omen of the Sea, Thieving Otter. Yeah, blue sucks, actually. Get out of here. It's got a few good little cards. But a lot of the cards are, you know, questionable. Okay. Black is looking kind of thin, right? How do I still have 2 blue cards? Where are they? Oh, this? Does that count? No. Oh, these 2, the green-blue cards. Those are decent. Maybe I could splash blue for them or something, but I think that's too complicated. I really like the idea of running red. It's got such decent removal. And, like, that's pretty much all it has. Removal and face damage. And that's, like, one big top-end creature, which I don't know is that great. If we were going to run it in an aggressive deck. So maybe we, like, cut that. Does green have much help in the way of aggro / removal? I don't think we want the Caryatid. There's not really anything worth ramping to, even if we were in green. Jukai Trainee is a more control-y sort of, you know, defensive card. Makes good trades, but doesn't hit that hard. Probably don't want Solar Blaze if you're running red stuff. I mean, I don't know. We have a bunch of removal, I guess. We could remove their stuff and then blow up the board and then play something, but I don't really have anything good to play. So get out of here. I would like to run Rata. And we have the 2 red-green lands. I don't think black is all that, really. I mean, what if we just ran like some random red-green junk? You like remove their stuff and play mostly big creatures after. You use the red cards to let you get late enough that you can play green cards, sort of. Lava Axe doesn't exactly fit that plan super well. I mean, I think white-black could also be playable because you have the life gain synergies for Bloodseeker. Not like a ton of life gain, but some. I don't know. I have no idea how to play this event. Would I want to splash any black or white? I mean, I don't know, maybe. I could like run a final reward or something, some expensive stuff. Conqueror's Foothold, if I take like red cards to let me get to the late game, and then a draw engine to get further? I don't know. Let's just stop worrying about it. Let's just cut black and white and see how much there is in red and green. Uh, 22 cards. Oh, but only 20 if you don't count the lands. So you can't really run just 2 colors here, huh? I mean, I don't know. I guess I could put in... Why did you put all of them in? Get out of here. Okay. I don't understand this. So, like, you could maybe run Cobbled Wings? And then you'd be at 23. as like a way to make the green stuff eventually hit the opponent in the face instead of letting the board get too static. This doesn't look like a very good deck, but it does have a lot of removal. How am I for creatures? I guess I could have just looked here. 7 creatures. Okay. It's not great. So You Meet in a Tavern is not going to draw very well. Oh boy. I mean, what else are you supposed to do, though? You could run, like, the Armasaur. It's probably playable. I guess you could probably, if you wanted, put in Elite Headhunter as just, like, red. But I don't have many creatures to activate. It's just a 4-mana 2/3 menace that, like, costs quad red. So it's going to be quite hard to play. So maybe, I don't know, maybe the green card's not that amazing as a way to go. Like, you can try Tricolor, obviously. I have a few fixing lands, but they don't overlap at all. Except in blue, and blue sucks. I mean, we could splash some of the expensive stuff from another color, or actually, this makes sense in the deck, actually. Right, it's just like a big creature, which is kind of what we want eventually. Oh, I'm going to get demolished if I run this. It's so bad. 9 creatures? This isn't Strixhaven. You can't just, like, do nothing. Run the Caryatid to get me up to the bigger stuff even sooner, maybe? I guess. And Radha does like having extra mana lying around. Outcast is still pretty bad, I think. I mean, I could try running Quandrix. There are 2 good Quandrix cards here. But, like, there's nothing that I really wanted in blue, right? Unless you also splashed white to run some white cards. Like, Thieving Otter is not good. Silver Raven's fine. Network Disruptor is nothing special. Lava Axe. I think Lava Axe doesn't even really fit. Yeah, that's true. I'm going to try running this deck. It's not very good, obviously. But I think, I mean, I don't know. From what I understand, sealed decks tend to be weaker than draft decks because you can't just, like, get the best blue cards out of what, 24 packs? You just get 6 packs and you have to cobble something together out of them. Obviously, in draft, you don't always get all of the best blue cards from all 24 packs, but you do look at cards from 24 packs, so you can put together synergies better. This thing also, like, I don't know, it does not seem very good. Okay, I'm gonna get crushed, right? Look, I am a potato. Sure. This is fine. I have ramp and removal, I guess. I don't know. And a big creature eventually. Black, sure. And blue. I don't know what to expect, obviously. So this has lifelink. But I can kill it next turn, and I don't currently have anything better to do. And I'll even get a treasure token, so I could play this on 5, I think? Or on 4? Okay, so opponent's running 3 colors, which probably makes sense because of, like, limited, right? Because you can't get enough good cards in just 2 colors. Maybe that's why I'm a dummy for trying to run just 2. I probably should, yeah. I don't know. Anyway, these both cost 3, and I happen to have 4 mana, but this... Oh, I should have played a mountain if I was going to play this, I guess. But I think I want the treasure, right? I guess I could have tapped this myself. I mean, I don't really want to make them sack this yet, right? I want it to die. And then make them sack the thing that they enchant, right? So maybe I spend a treasure to play this, leaving 2 untapped creatures so one of them can block. Yes, I think let's do that. Okay, opponent's just running 4 colors. At least. Oh, you got Evolving Wilds. That's cheating. Pacifism, huh? It's a little annoying. I mean, I can shoot this. I just was hoping to avoid doing it. Ninjas? Nice. This is a sorcery, so I will just play it now. And I have Jumpstart, so I don't want to completely empty my hand of lands. But I don't think I need to, like, hold back just yet. I don't think I have much else that cares about, like, cards in my hand, right? I think I may as well just get all the mana down and eventually draw, what's her name? The Rata or Ratha? Harta? I don't know. I think it was Ratha. Blood Tithe Collector. Rude? But, I mean... I guess, right? Well, maybe I could let it hit me once. And see if they commit a little bit more. Oh, I should have played the land. I forgot already that my plan is to do that. They're probably not going to commit more. Yeah, okay. I'm bad. Okay, so I took 3 damage there for no reason. Oh, they don't have to sack creatures. They can sack lands. Oh my god. And not putting down a forest last turn actually means that I can't attack for 1 damage. I'm getting crushed. I don't have any reach creatures, and I don't have any removal big enough for this, I think. If I'd had the 6/6 down last turn, I might have a bit more of a threat. Yeah, I was thinking if this is removal, but it's not. They just sack a land or something, right? Well, I don't know. We might just... God, if I'd played this one turn sooner, I'd be so much more comfortable about my position. Closer to actually getting some kind of lethal before I run out of life. Okay. Sacrifice a creature. Okay, that's no problem for me. I don't need this one. But I'm like dead now, right? Well, we'll see what I draw. Yeah, like if I had gotten in 6 more damage earlier, I'd be in with a shot, right? Just didn't think about how this thing works. I keep forgetting it says permanent, and lands are permanents. Artifacts are permanents. I mean, I could blow up my own frog to look for answers. But there aren't any. I mean, I guess I attack with everything. If they happen to let it in, I kill them, but they're not going to do that. Okay, this lets me live a turn. If they blocked the 1/1, then I couldn't have killed them, but they don't know that. Maybe I have some other damage in hand. I think what they did makes sense. And I'm still very far behind. A little too late. Okay, so we play this. Okay, I did get to sacrifice something. So let's see what this 2-mana card does. Maybe it wins. Nope. Yeah, I don't know. I should just like run more colors, right? In sealed, you can't get enough good cards of 2 colors. Oh, is it best of 1 or best of? No, okay, that's a loss. Okay. Why is this lit up here? I have 0 out of 1 win. I don't understand. This is a weird display. So, what if I tried red-white? Right? Like, maybe this whole green idea was stupid. Maybe want that back. And just, like, splash Ferrata or something? Because white has some decent small creatures. And red has the good removal, right? Yeah, this is probably fine as a combat trick. This is fine. What do I have in my deck? 2 clerics, 4 warriors, so like the party thing is still probably not going to pay off. This is fine. I have like almost no enchantments, right? I have 0, yeah. Odric's Outrider is good. Could take Supernatural Rescue. Don't have any spirits. But it is kind of like a finisher for this deck. And we have this, and okay. I mean, this is also 23 cards, right? But it's a lot more creature-y. And more aggressive. Which fits with the small removal I have. And I can like splash for Radha. I think that is worth doing. Run like 3 forests, I assume is what it'll suggest. Yeah. 7/7 is a little scary, but I don't know. Let's try this. This seems like it makes more sense to me. I don't know how to win value games because I don't know. If I'd gotten that extra 6 damage in, you know, maybe. Maybe I would have won that last game as well, but I think the deck was bad. Red-white has a lot more like playable synergistic cards, I think. Fine. I have a 2-drop and maybe some removal. What the hell are you? Fixing. I could destroy it. It seems kind of crazy. Yeah, I agree. Who are these people who get all this fixing? How dare you? Red, green, I mean, they can just run all the good cards instead of having to pick colors. Oh, there's my green, that's nice. In that it means I don't have to worry about drawing it later. Not that it's useful now. Red, green, and black. Okay, I think I just blow that up, right? It's the perfect use of this card. Wait, why wasn't I given the chance to exert this? Oh, opponent. No, I don't understand. Okay, I need to learn how to exert this. I didn't want to here, obviously. But I thought I would be offered, like, do you want to exert it? It's as it attacks, right? Okay, opponent's ramping. They couldn't put a counter on anything. Are they going to play 2 lands? Do they have 2 lands? You're turning that, okay, into another 4th color? Oh no, you just wanted, you had already spent your red and you wanted more. So when I click this, okay, so if I say all attack, it doesn't offer me the choice. Okay, got it. But when I click on it, it gives me the option. All right, so I'm not exerting. So I could have like instead enchanted that with Supernatural Rescue. I would have gotten a little more damage and been safer from removal, but I wanted to get the Outrider down. I'm pretty sure that was the right play. Well, I mean, not much to do besides just go all in on this guy, I guess. It's not going to help me much to save it. Mulch is fine. They got one mountain. Don't seem to have gotten anything with flashback or whatever. The funny thing is I'm not even that far ahead in the race, right? We're both attacking for 4. My thing just has a ton of toughness and theirs doesn't. And I am also, for what it's worth, winning in the race. And I have this, which doesn't actually help me in the race, but... Where are all those tiny white creatures I put in the deck? Or even, like, even better would be the big one, of course. Whatever creature, put it on the bottom of its library... 3 mana, tap, pay 2 life. Return a creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. That's pretty good. Pyre Spawn is gross. It's basically it, though, right? I guess I'll just destroy this before they can use it. I think them getting back the Pyre Spawn would be a big game changer. This is obviously like, when I was thinking of big white creatures, this is the one. This is kind of the best white creature I could have drawn, for sure. Are you? Flash Reach. Why didn't you flash it in? You have a sorcery you want to play on it now, maybe? Or you want to play a creature and then give this a bunch of counters? Okay. Hey, we got him. Okay. Well. Kind of a surprise. I didn't think the deck performed that well. I would kind of like to cut some lands, but I don't have any spells to run. Like, was there anything good in green that I really want back that is easy enough to splash? Careful Cultivation is kind of funny. I could splash Master Cesaro, actually. He's very expensive, and... Oh, also, I do have red-green dual lands. Oh my gosh, what am I thinking? Running just ordinary forests like an idiot. And, like, I could maybe try splashing some other card? But I don't think I should. I think I'm just going to run Master Cesaro. land like... I don't know. Maybe not. But, okay, I could run Master Seshiro and cut something else. Like the Nimble Blade. I have a lot of non-creatures, but not that many, I guess. And it's only instants or sorceries, right? No non-creatures. And the Direct Current does get played twice. Like, the Papercraft Decoy doesn't seem that great. It draws for me, but I don't know. Yeah, let's cut that. I guess I could have cut a land instead, but I don't think my mana value, my average mana value is really that low. Well, I just need one more land and then I have a bunch of 3-drops. I wish I had cheaper stuff, but I don't. Red, green. Okay, we've got our colors covered. Three mana, 3/2, and it likes other creatures to attack with it. Do I have any non-humans I can play here? I don't, actually. That's a little embarrassing. I'm just going to play this guy. He's a 2/3. He's a decent blocker for this. I don't mind trading. The indestructible effect is not going to do much for me, probably. Oh, okay. That's nice. So they'll attack, I'm sure. Wish I had some removal for it, but I don't, so pass. But Godric's going to show up and make it less appealing for them to do this kind of thing, because I'll get counters as well. And it'll just be a one for, you know, it won't be a trade. Really could use some non-human creatures, though. This Keensight Mentor could really go off eventually. Okay, we got him to stop attacking. That's always nice. Wings. Kind of perfect, huh? But I think they're gonna try to like just throw away 1/1s to make this thing big, and I don't really have a good way to kill it. So that could get a little nasty. I guess I could have attacked with Godric's on my turn, but no, it's my blocker for the 3/2. Yeah, I don't really have any unconditional removal. Or any removal larger than 2. So this 3/3 that's going to get bigger and bigger is a real problem. But they're going to be a little bit afraid to invest in it because I could have some, and then they're throwing away 1/1s, and... Okay... And not necessarily getting anything out of it? Okay, that's... I see. Oh, that's a problem. They found enough attackers. Yuck. Well, so I can block these. This just turns into a 4/4, which I'm like, this'll... I can put a count... I can buff Godric's to, like, survive this? Oh, it's gonna buff itself, actually. And then I can buff it more. But I'm in a lot of trouble. No. Okay. So I have 6 mana. I could play 2 3s. Sadly, I mean, I don't know. I guess this guy has Vigilance. I wish this had Flash, but it doesn't. Protection from mana value, you chose what? Odd. Not surprised. No, this is... Really? This is a 4 mana. I thought you might want to... Maybe you intentionally want to kill this thing? Doesn't seem right. Well, I think we need Supernatural Rescue here. Because otherwise this thing's going to be too big. Right, it's going to become a 5/4 if it attacks. I think I might just dead. Yeah, I am. 4/3/3. I can't... If you attacked with everything, I would have lost. Right? But okay, fine. The most damage I could have blocked would have been 4, and you would have been attacking for 14. Sure. Shouldn't have tapped any white there, by the way? No, I had to. It's a white creature. I don't have enough white to activate this. Okay, I mean, we're dead. I guess technically not dead this turn. Fabricate, put a 1/1 counter, or make a 1/1 token. Well, I mean, this is kind of like one of the best draws. It just doesn't help. Oh, it has protection. I can't even block it. So that's 2 losses and 1 win? I mean, like, monetarily, we're breaking even on this, right? Which is better than I often do for draft. Although Kamigawa has been an exception in that I'm doing quite well often. Right, I only paid 100. You have to get 1 win out of 3 games to break even, and if you can do better than that, you're making money. But I don't really like, I don't know, having to figure out what 1,000,000 creatures do to make a deck, basically. So I probably won't play another of these. Also, the deck's miserable. It's so bad. It was kind of a miracle that I beat that one deck because they were also very bad. And like I said, I mean, that's kind of the way things are in Sealed, I think. But I'd just rather be putting together decent decks. Red-blue. Who knows what red-blue is doing in this format? What is this? Creatures can't be countered. They have Riot. And what is Riot? 1/1 counter or haste. Well, that's pretty strong. I guess I'll just play this. It's a pretty good blocker if they are going to be running in with big creatures. Yeah, and predictably they took the counter in this case, because I would have blocked. Well, no, if they'd taken haste, it would have done damage, but okay, they want more damage in the future. Fine. I guess Menace? I don't know. Seems okay. It's a good blocker. What did you do? Oh, you just played the game land, sure. I think this is fine. Well, I don't know. I could get in for a fair amount of damage later, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna not do this. Go ahead and come in for 3. I have, like, first strike effects later. Oh, yeah, it does get bigger, huh? Oh, I maybe shouldn't have played that because I would want a Jumpstart activator, but I think I want 5 lands. Yeah, maybe I play Boast. The Boast thing. Oh, this is tapped. I can't activate. No, it only has equip 1. And I make this dude fly, and I just swing in for 6. And I say, you want to race? Let's race. But, you know, since I have Sure Strike in hand, I probably should have given this Menace instead, because Menace and First Strike go together quite well. This, they chose a counter. It's a 4/4 with Ward, Pay Life. Oh, I hate this thing. Okay. Okay, but this is a good blocker for that now, right? Yeah. And I don't really need the direct current right now. It doesn't it doesn't do much of anything. Any target. So I do have 5 face damage in hand as well. Something to think about. I think we just attack with 4 for 4. And see what the opponent comes up with here. I could have, I guess, tapped something, now that I look at it. But both I would have had to pay life, which I don't want to do. I have a flying Tigerilla. That's known as how are you supposed to say chimera? 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 I think it's chimera. I don't know. You know, it's just missing like wings, right? And I've got those. Now this is a sorcery. I mean, I think killing the menace dude is more important. Hopefully they don't also have a first strike trick. Okay. So how much damage is this? 6, 8, 10. So 1 shy. Although I guess I'll be able to play this next turn as well. So let's just shoot him in the face here. And if they play a like haste creature, I can maybe shoot it down, although probably not. I probably should have not attacked with this. I don't know. The idea, like, getting in max damage helps if they can kill your flyer, because then I still have lethal even if no creatures get in. But holding this back to keep my life total preserved might have been more reasonable. Oh, we got it. Nice. Well, 2 and 2, although the first game was with a completely different deck. Laita Superstar? Laita? I don't know if this is a reference to a real world thing or a magic thing. Whatever it is, I'm not aware of it. And I'm not going to look it up just in case. I don't know. I could look it up in incognito mode and then it wouldn't be in my history. But, like, I don't know. You never know. When you look up something that looks at all Japanese, like, what you might get. No offense to the Japanese viewers out there. In addition to, like, weird actual Japanese stuff, there's, like, weird stuff that wants to be Japanese. I don't know. I don't know why I keep looking at this, because I don't know my cards very well, that's why. Foretell? Okay. What? Oh, I thought this was green-white. Sorry, red-white, but it's... okay, well, I'm missing my chance to... Well, okay. I'll just, Okay, this was obviously a horrible play. I thought I had all my colors down already, but I didn't. I'm just hoping they play something that this kills, and then my turn is a lot less stupid. But no, that's not the case. Okay, so this game was thrown. Oh, why play this, by the way? Instead of, like, the Tigerilla, which would be better? I just noticed it cost 4, and I played it, but I think the Tigerilla was a better play. Put down Menace. Yeah, I mean, imagine if I had just played a 2-3. I don't know, maybe they could have killed it and would have been happy to do so. But, like, that is definitely not a reason to not play this. You know, tempo is hugely important, and having a 2-3 down many, many turns earlier. Right? If you like, could play something but don't, and then on future turns you spend your mana, which is what you want to do if you're going to have a chance to win, then like the card you chose not to play arrives like 6 turns later or something insane like that, right? It's horrible. You missed out on 6 turns of having a 2/3 on the board doing stuff. You know, who knows if 6 is going to turn out to be the actual number here, but it'll be a lot. Oh, I've seen this card before. 2 mana, 2/1, dwarves. I mean, sure. I think I just played the Tigerilla, right? Like, this is not doing a huge deal of anything right now. I think I might, like, I don't know. I was going to say I might be ahead despite the blunder, but they have, you know, some draw and some unknown foretell cards sitting around. That's a lot of value that I don't know about yet. Okay, Cathartic Pyre is pretty good, but at least I get a counter. The dream, of course, would be that they play like another 1 toughness creature. That would be just too disgusting for words. But it doesn't seem very likely. If they had one, they probably would have played it earlier. Oh yeah, I forgot, this makes treasures. Who knew? The playfield is some kind of stadium? I don't know. What is this? Can't attack or block. Okay, it's still good though. I'm just gonna blow up Mag. And, why is it tapping my white? Because it thinks I might want to play a red spell, but I don't. Although if their foretell card ends up being some instant that keeps this from dying, I'll be a little embarrassed. That I left open white instead of red. Sure, I could have played this first. What did they... Sorry, what actually happened here? Oh, that's in their exile. They played Apathy, which... No, that was on my thing. Why did their thing die? It only died because I targeted it, right? They didn't do something clever to... Yeah, okay. So imagine if I'd had a 2/3 all this time. It's just disgusting. Well, okay. I guess this is the best thing to play. It's an actual non-human creature. We don't have a lot of those. They have some treasure deck? Oh my god. Okay, I mean, I have enough damage to kill that, so it's sort of fine. It does have haste, so it's sort of also not fine. Yeah, the haste lifelink is kind of annoying. I could just keep it tapped with the Fan Bearer, but I don't think I want to do that. Well, I can be attacking and also doing that, I suppose. But that's not what I want to spend my mana on. What is this? It fights... This can't do 2 damage to a single creature, which would be enough to kill it. They're going to get more life out of this. This is pretty bad. Oh, also it has 4 toughness anyway. Oh, because they put a counter on it. I see. Well, now I need a lot to kill that, actually. Okay. A land will do, because now I can play this and still... Or no. That would be 6 mana. I don't have that. Well, okay, this makes a treasure token. So I guess I can play this and my mountain to kill that. Pretty sad. And I have to also discard something, obviously. And I guess get rid of Dual Shot? But I'm way behind now. I got 2 for 1 and they gained 10 life. 3 for 1 really, because I had to discard a card. But maybe their hand sucks. You never know. Oh, I can't play this. No, not enough planes. None of them have vigilance. You can relax. I assume that's what they're looking at. Still looking for that big old flyer. This is actually really nice. Not just because it's playable right now, but because it means if I ever draw my like 5 mana flying white dude, and they try to like kill my other stuff so that I can't activate the vigilance, then I can exile this to keep my things from dying. Okay, I mean, we seem to have sort of turned a corner here in that, like, they don't have any spells, and we're doing damage and they're not, but I assume that will change eventually. They're just accumulating a giant hand. I feel like they... What could be happening here? Are these really all lands, or are they just, like, saving up for a board clear? The whole board clear thing has gotten a lot worse now that I've gotten a creature that can make my others indestructible. By the way, I have, what, 5 damage in hand? Clearly not lethal. I don't know. I think I'm actually still behind. I have a decent board and some tricks. But they have a lot more, like, potential cards? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe they've drawn nothing but lands. It would be nice. 1/3 flying vigilance. That's fine. Oh, it's going to be a 2/3, of course, which is still bad. They can make treasure, which I don't think matters very much. They'll try to block, of course, to like stop some of the damage. I really don't need this. But then I'm gonna like probably just use this. Yeah. Sure Strike is unnecessary. Okay, I guess we just go face then. They chose not to block it for fear of combat tricks. Fair enough. Oh, I could have tapped it. I forgot about that. If I didn't want them to block. Okay, so what I did, accidentally broadcasted that I wanted them to block. Let me just say oops there. There you go. Look at this a few times, say, oh, I didn't even know it had this ability. Wild. which is true. But if I had known, I wouldn't have activated it, I think. Because I want that thing to die instead of attacking me. That is a 7/7, huh? 7/7 unblockable as well. For me. That's pretty scary. I have 1 turn left on this earth. I can do a total of 5 damage from hand, I guess. Okay, this is sort of nice. Oh. Oh, but you can't block it. How much mana do I have? 7. I could actually... I could play this and then later like Sure Strike plus Pyro Helix to kill that. As long as I don't try to attack and boast. Actually, wait a minute. Anything with 2 power can do that. Because First Strike also prevents the combat damage because it kills the thing. So maybe I just... attack with... Let's just say we attack with nothing and develop this, I think. Because I don't really think boasting to like get in a tiny bit of damage is worth not developing that 2/2. What are you going to do? Some sort of fight effect? If so, you use it on the 2/2 that's not affected by combat damage, right? Or maybe the 2/3. Oh man, I can't stand a legendary. Okay, so hang on. I can a counter, I mean, because an 8/8 is unkillable. I can do 5/7 damage, but I can't do 8. Well, okay, I can exile this and double block something, maybe? I can't double block, though, because only Sure Strike would let me block. Okay, well, I'd rather have this creature than this one, I guess? Oh, it doesn't get the counter. Oh my god, I could have just fucking killed it. Well, I can still do it when they attack with it, I guess. Oh, but they... yeah. I was thinking it was going to get the counter, but it's, of course, this isn't legendary. So I could have spent these to keep this alive, and now I can't do anything about it. I didn't read the text carefully enough. Oh, it even has lifelink? Okay, that's gonna be a win, I guess. Yeah, I could have spent both of these cards to have that be dead, and then I'd actually be in like pretty fair shape, I think. Unless they had some instant that they could have played, but it looks like they probably didn't. I don't know, I would have been in kind of sad shape anyway, maybe. Alright, well, I guess I'll just cast all these spells for funsies. Oh, I forgot to boast again. I'm so bad. Okay. So they're just gonna kill me. Fine. Very funny. I was just trying to kill some of your creatures. It's just a joke. Come on. Fine. Screw you. Oh, yes. Just me. Thanks. I think I had a chance in this game. Like, wasn't this the one where I forgot to play my Gold Maw champion early? And then I also blundered by letting this live and turn into a disgusting flyer? So, I don't know. But that's enough mix-up for me, I think. An interesting experience. Cool to see some new cards, but too much work. Why have I claimed 100? Did I already get? No, I don't understand. Maybe I already got one of the hundreds? I don't know. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.